Well, good morning, my ladies and my gents. Happy Saturday. A couple things I wanted to bring up real quick. Number one, on Wednesday, what did you buy Wednesday? I goofed. I have no idea how. I have no idea why. But I will swear on my grandmother's grave that that box, that the L700 Dodge cabover with the trailer and the car, I will swear that that box said Plymouth. I read it online as Plymouth. I read it on the box that was shown online as a Plymouth. When I got the box, I read it as Plymouth. When I was talking about it, I saw Plymouth. I have no idea what happened, why, or how I got that in. And when after I posted the video Wednesday, I got a couple of messages almost right away saying, that's a Ford. So I got to looking. I was like, okay, well, I'm seeing these after I went and got some lunch after I finished the video and got it posted and everything. And so I come back into the hobby room and I take a look at it. I'm looking at the box because I'm going to say, well, it's branded on the box as a Plymouth. And I look and it says Ford. Folks, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's one of those Mandela effect things where I saw one and I would swear I saw it, or I just got it in my head, or unless the the only other about as logical as anything is somebody from Limburg snuck into my home and swapped the box. I don't know. I goofed. And I'll be the first to say I goofed. I have no idea why I thought it was said Plymouth. So my bad. It's a Ford, and it says Ford on the box. So yeah, y'all are right. I was anyway. Second part. I went out and did yard work yesterday, Friday. Went out for a couple hours. It's finally getting cool down here in southern Texas. It was in the high 60s, low 70s. And I went out for a couple of hours. I haven't been doing a whole lot of physical work since I retired a year ago. And I'm out of shape. And so, a lot of tree trimming and stuff like that so the branches don't smack me in the face, and getting some of the dead wood off of some of them, and that type of thing. I've got a couple acres and got a bunch of trees. So I was out there doing that yesterday, and when I got done, my fingers didn't want to work. I'm getting old. So I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. And, but Wednesday and Thursday, I did get a fair amount of painting done. So, yeah. So let me kind of show you what I got done. Um, And I got a couple of questions about, colors, what y'all might think look good. So let me get this thing turned around and I'll show you what I got. Hang tight. Okay, well, let's take a look at this. I've got a mess. I went through laid down body color, and this is the color you can see. It's supposed to be a gloss. It's not exactly a gloss. What was really interesting is that part of it came out fairly smooth and part of it came out kind of pebbly. Not bad, uh, but just a little bit of a texture, and it'll add a little bit of something to it when I get done. I'm going to put a coat of clear over it because it's soft. It rubs off real easy as far as the getting on other stuff. Um, as you can tell by this guy, that's been rubbed off by touching other stuff. So, but anyway, that's what I got. Um, I've kind of smoothed it out. I don't want to use sandpaper, even real fine grit, because I don't really want to take the paint off of places like the chrome or some of the body, stuff like this. And I've got those decals that go, these. I'm going to go ahead and use these because, well, why not? I think something, but and it'll basically cover a lot of this and put some clear over it and some clear gloss, and I think that'll smooth it out quite a bit. So, but I'm gonna need to do that just to make the decals stick well. So here we are. Um, there's that. I dechromed the grill and painted it in body color. I'm going to put some chrome in the various bits here and white along the Ford logo to go along with the white lettering that goes on the decal sheet that goes on the tailgate. Back here. So there's that. Interior, basically, let's zoom this back out where we can see things. Some of that is molded, some of that is the green paint, but I basically painted all this green and then went over it with the semi-gloss black. But there's that. Color scheme, I've got this XF27 black green. Really a nice color, real pretty. And I'm going to paint the armrests black, that black green. So, and also going to paint on the rear seat. You can see where the green's rubbed off. I need to go over that again. The frame is going to be that black green instead of black. So I thought that would look really nice. Windshield, yes. Let's talk about the windshield. Of course, we've got it. This is sitting properly. This is the upside of, up here. Windshield wipers they're on the top of the frame. Kit doesn't come with the wiper motor. Where does the wiper motor go? Well, it doesn't come down in the firewall because how are you going to get the linkages up there to turn it? And they're not Bluetooth. So what we're going to do, this is where the mirror is mounted. I found online, let me see, what did I put them? Where did I put, there they are. I'm not sure just where, I don't remember now. I found a couple of wiper motors. I'm going to use one. I'm going to mount it here. I'm going to come up somehow or another, some linkages to go to the wipers. And of course, then I have to run the wire down to the, so yeah, more wiring. So there's that. Let's see, what else? Okay, let's go on, continue on. I got a couple of color questions for y'all. See what you think. Got the wheels. These are part of the Bronco upgrade that Josh sells. They're currently out of stock, and Josh says that he needs to get busy and start making some more upgrade parts after this video or this series. But it's gonna go here. Bigger tires than the kit, of course, because it's got a 3-inch rise on it. Colors, I can go with chrome. Always go with chrome, but I want something a little different. I can go with a gloss green, but this stuff clashes badly with that. It's just not right. I can go with gloss black. I think that would look pretty cool. I can also go with the black green, and I'm tending toward either the black green or the gloss black, and I'm not sure which. What do y'all think? Then we go with the seats, and I just showing you the decal sheet, and it's got the the cloth weave that it's got here. And I'm thinking about using that. It's clear, and the color behind it will come through. And this is for the interior, for the door panel, which is white, so that'll shine through. But I'm thinking about just keeping this white. I could also go with that gloss green or the green black, but I think the green black is going to be too dark for that weave to come through. So I'm thinking just leaving it white. What do y'all think? And then putting these on. Just why not? So anyway, onward. Got the block painted up. Okay, is it the right Ford blue? I don't know. Do I honestly really care? No. This is the Tamiya X14 Sky Blue. It's actually a pretty good paint. It's durable. It's not going to rub off real easy. I've got some other light blues that are probably closer to, but it's not. They're real fragile, and any kind of handling, I got to go back and touch them up again. One thing I did add did not come with that you don't hardly ever see on a kit. That's a little bit of 1 millimeter brass tube. I drilled out a little hole down in the bottom so that it'll fit in a little better, and I kind of bent it up and along, and it's coming up. Um, and of course, you have the radiator hose coming here and stuff like this. And that is my dipstick tube. Take some picture hanger wire, good old, you get lifetime supply for a few bucks at any place that sells anything for picture hangers. This is the thinner stuff, and it just fits in that 1 millimeter tube. And when I get things about done, I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to give it a bit of a curl, I'm going to glue it in there, and I'm going to have me a dipstick in addition to the other insanity. So got that done. Got the transmission. I think I talked about it the other day. 3-speed top loader so that I could maintain the 3-speed. Probably should have filled that, but when it's under the car, you're not going to see it. So I can maintain the 3 on the tree. All this is painted aluminum. The rods are steel, and I used a bit of Tamiya. These are all Revell colors, and I used a bit of, not Tamiya, Tester's gold for the brass. A little bit of brass on there. Just a little bit of added touch. Period correct brake mount. You can even see the push rod and the spring inside here, and it actually sets it off a little crooked rather than straight. And of course, it's got the holes for the you can see the green already building up on my thumb from the body, but you can see the holes for the brake lines. Also period correct is, I call it a range selector. I don't think that's the right word. And but it's, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low. And this is a period correct for the 60s original versions. And this is also a VCG part. So got that painted up. And that is that black green that I was talking about. So of course, I got going over here. We'll zoom it back out. Got the frame. These are either going to be a dark gray or a steel color. I'm not sure which. I'm going to make those the tanks. And of course, I got suspension parts. I'm not sure what color I want to paint them just quite yet. It's gurgling up, and I'll decide here in the next little bit when I get to working on it. I don't want to paint them black. I kind of want to highlight them a little bit. I'm thinking either a dark gray, a medium gray, or a steel color, but I'm not exactly sure which. So, but like I said, that'll decide. And of course, I've got the springs, and I've got the shocks and things like that. So, they'll be a different color. So, but trying to keep this short, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to shut this thing down. And I want to get to work on this because I'm actually feeling kind of good today. I don't hurt as bad as I did yesterday. So, but talking about VCG, be sure and go visit vcgresin.com. Use when you do wind up going in there, sign up for the newsletter. My understanding is Josh is looking at introducing some new Chevy parts in the next week or so, maybe even this weekend. Sign up for the newsletter, front page. Just put your name and email address in, and you'll get notified when he does have the new stuff coming out. So go shopping. Be sure and check out Protect parts, stuff like that. When you go check out, be sure and use promo code Jester10, Jester10. Save you 10% on your order. We've been over this before. He packs it incredibly well. Does not the promo code does not cover shipping, which is $6, but he packs it well enough that shoot, you can about drop it from an airplane, not going to hurt it. About the only way it's going to tear it up is if they run over it with a truck. So, but anyway, uh, I'm going to get out of here because I've gone on and prattled on long enough today. But there's update. I guess this is what update number 1 on this Bronco. I think I may call it insanity just for giggles. Anyway, I will visit with y'all next time, and when I get some more stuff done and progress, I will put another video up and watch for insanity update number 2. BTEX signing out.